Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of Survivor 46, episode 5. Um, Yep, guys, y'all gonna have to help me in the chat tonight. I don't have my readers anywhere near me, my desk, so I can't say very well.
Well, you said you had like a story, so like I wanted to like hit live before you told the story because I'm sure it was gonna be a funny one.
Well, no, I went to the doctor today and to have my 2-week follow up for my nose, and he had to do some shifting, and I literally almost passed out. It hurt so bad, and so I came home and I was doing stuff around the house, and then I sat down at like 5:30, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna lay here with Finley, and we're just gonna take a cat nap. I'm not a napper, okay, but I was like exhausted, just laid my head down. Next thing I know, my phone's going off, and it's my husband. It's 7:20. He's like, "Are you asleep?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Aren't you supposed to be doing that show where maggots live in people's kneecaps and shit?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm supposed to be watching Survivor." Yeah, thank you. Because he saw me on the camera. He turned the camera on in the living room and saw me asleep. And he was worried. He was worried. He's like, "I didn't know what was going on with you."
First of all, so I have a follow-up question about your doctor's visit, if it's okay with you answering on there. Is that normal to have to go back after to like move some things around?
Yes, it takes a year for your full nose to heal. And in the first few months, everything's adjusting. You have to understand, I had my nose broken in 2 places, and this part is fine. This little part right here is healing fine, but it wants to not. We're having to monitor because it wants to turn a little bit. So there is a chance in a month he might have to go in. I can't wait for this. It's not a surgery, but he goes in and he pops it and just re-breaks that one little piece.
Oh.
And I don't know where it goes for another week. And I'm just like, how much is that going to cost? We say, oh, no. Everything here on out's free. And, you don't go under for that. And I'm like, how much drugs are you going to get?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I would not want to go through that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got your beauty rest. I don't think you missed like too much in the first half of the episode, although there was one segment.
I want you to just listen to what you just said. You didn't miss much in the beginning of the episode, which brings me back once again 90 minutes.
Yeah,
why?
I would say today was a fine 90-minute episode.
Yeah, like I thought like this episode was easily like the best of the season, but
it was so good.
We went through the motions for the first half, but it really picked up for the second half, which I'm not sure like when exactly you tuned in, but basically, Allison, you just missed like day 10 of like no fire for the Purple Tribe. Hunter finds the beware advantage. Q says that he wants to quit, but then he doesn't. But there was one segment on the Purple Tribe that reminded me a lot of you, Allison. So we got a whole montage of Kenzie going up to what's her name in Q? Lindsay? Or Beth, I need help with the names here.
Kenzie?
Kenzie, Lindsay, and Q?
Tiffany, thank
you.
I thought you were trying to say that Kenzie's middle name was Lindsay or something. I don't know what
Kenzie does look like a Lindsay. Like I keep thinking that her name is Lindsay. Sorry. So Tiffany's telling Q like, oh my God, every time Kenzie comes up to us, she's like, so what are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? And they do like a whole montage of her like asking them, walking up to them being like, what are you guys talking about? And I don't know why, it just like reminded me of you. I was like, I could so see Allison doing that out here on the island.
What are you talking about?
You'd be like, where's your super secret side chat?
Is this the super secret side chat?
I would love that so much. If you came up and you were like, So what are we doing here? I'm going to tell you what we're not doing here. You're not including Allison S. Kelly. That's a problem.
Guess what? None of y'all gonna be alone. Everywhere you look, there's gonna be this little garden gnome sitting around the corner, and it's gonna be Allison staring at you from around a tree.
Not the garden
nobody's gonna be alone. Every time somebody thinks they're alone, they're gonna turn around.
Instead of the spy shack, it's the spy gnome.
Yes, it's fine. I've like dug little ditches, and I'm like a whack-a-mole.
I would
you
love
see the
that
little red hat sticking out. I'm just picturing
my luxury item.
Wait.
I thought
It'll
I had
be
a
like
red
this.
hat.
Exactly.
Out there's Allison. She thinks she's fucking hiding again.
What are y'all talking about?
Wait. Say. Let me tell you something.
Now, let me tell you something here. I don't put up
that
with
dog
this
don't smell shit.
That dog
don't smell shit. That is not. No. It would be like this. Hold on. If you're gonna do it, I don't have my red hat. But it'd be like this.
I also love the hurl.
What? I can't. Y'all think I'm like that dog don't hunt.
I know that. For those that don't know, Allison was it Chris that came up with that? Captain Obvious?
Yes.
Little looking as no.
Well, no, no, no. That dog don't hunt or whatever.
Oh, honey, I've heard that dog don't hunt my whole life.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so we've been there's been a revival of Allison saying that dog don't hunt recently, which has made me
she's bringing it back.
She's bringing it back, and I think it's hysterical. But what's even better on top of that was a couple weeks ago, I thought the better phrase should be, that dog don't smell shit. And so I've been trying to make that happen.
She's trying to make that happen.
That dog don't smell shit.
Oh yeah.
That is just another way of saying that dog don't hunt. I'm checking the comment. I'm trying to make sure that people
are comments
chat.
enabled, or is just
I'm checking. I'm just making sure I didn't hit the children button
both.
again.
Oh,
okay.
Or nobody gives a shit. It could be both. I don't know.
I'm telling you,
people are tapping out. No, it's not made for kids. No one gives a shit. Okay, we got nobody in the chat tonight. It's fine. I'm totally fine
Everybody
with that.
has stopped watching.
I can live with that.
They literally said that dog don't smell shit, and they left.
Yes.
I've had it with people leaving the show with super secret advantages in their pocket or getting medically evac. I hate this season. Okay.
What?
Listen, I agree with everything that Allison just said. However, I had in my notes tonight that like Jem is the winner after tonight's episode. I, as a viewer, was blindsided by this vote tonight.
I could smell it coming a mile away, and I didn't even see the whole episode.
Do you remember?
I felt fooled.
Do you remember when last week I said Jem is the winner of the season?
Yeah, and I was thinking, I was like, maybe Beth is onto something here. Like, I really love this.
Everyone's trying to put the season in order.
I could do the seasons in order, no problem. That was, if that had been a challenge I could have, I would have all the advantages. Oh,
with my
8 wrong.
Allison, you could do it. Allison, it's fine. I'll do it. And then I get up there. I got to put 20 of these in order, and it just ugly crying. Well, I know what number 5 is.
You know what's
Thailand? I think Burrito's number 1. I don't know.
But you know,
not sure about Borneo for one, but Thailand, she's got unlocked.
My favorite thing was Hunter said, if you even just get one wrong, it's over. I'm like, it's impossible to just get one wrong. You have to get a minimum of 2 because they'd be switched in different places.
That's true. But yeah,
see, I'm a smarty pants. I know.
It was so funny how like all of us like mega fans are like, oh my god, this is like the easiest challenge ever, like whatever. It's just funny like the people that get cast and like their knowledge of these shows compared to like what we super fans
should we break it down for everybody right now? Should we alternate? Should we go back and forth and say all the seasons are in order? Shall we?
Yeah, I'll accept that challenge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Borneo.
we'll go Allison. Wait, we'll do
you want? Wait,
we'll
till
do
you
like
get
clock.
5.
We'll do clockwise. So like Allison, me, and then you.
Okay. You start, Allison.
And then we'll go up to 40 because like it's just numbers after that.
Yeah. Could you imagine if we were
They
like
are just
41,
numbers.
42, 43, 44, 45?
Skip over Gabler.
Did you not notice that? That's the first thing I thought was, well, shit, even they were like, we're overnaming. Unless we're just going to stay in Fiji. We're
Well,
just
actually,
gonna do the
Right.
bare minimum and
Jeff
just give
has
them
talked
numbers.
about that a couple of times now. Like once was when he did like the thing I got invited to at Paramount in New York City back in November.
Mhm.
Somebody, Brian Cohen from RHAP, got to ask him. He was like, "So, are we ever going to have like named seasons again, whether it's a theme or whatever?" Because I think myself and a lot of fans find it really difficult to remember which season had which casts and such because we don't have something to like attached to it. And so he addressed it and he said basically like, I'm not gonna lie, we've ran out of really good ideas and themes and we're gonna be in Fiji, so it doesn't make a lot of sense for us, but somehow we get the 40s wrong.
Yeah,
Samuel's shady and I love it.
It's fun. When did they start changing it up to where they didn't have like names anymore?
Winners at War was the last themed season name.
What number was that?
40.
40.
Allison, I don't know if you should participate in this challenge now if you didn't.
I'm going to answer number 1. I will say the first Survivor actually was just called Survivor. It later they referred to as what? Borneo?
Burrito.
Hey, same thing. In the same wheelhouse.
Number 2 is Australian Outback, of course. I was just watching that last night.
3 is Africa. I will be shocked if Allison knows.
Amazon?
Nope.
Nope.
It's not Thailand either. You know what?
All Stars?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Somebody else go.
Marquesas.
Okay. Thailand.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon.
Okay, well, that's close.
No. You were right. Thailand, and then I just because we switched it. I did Amazon. What's 7?
Pearl Islands.
All right.
All Stars.
Yep.
Because Rupert was back again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Vanuatu.
Vanuatu.
And then I always get Panama and Palau mixed up. I think it's Panama next.
It's Palau.
Palau?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Sorry.
No, that's okay. And then Guatemala.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Brains and bronze and villains and shit. I don't know.
Nope.
Oh my. Wolves and lions and tigers. I don't know. Wizard of Oz. Panama. Close enough.
Yeah. Exile Island, Panama. Either one of
Yeah.
those.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cook Islands.
You missed Fiji.
Nope. Fiji's next after Cook Islands.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Well,
Cook Islands is 13, Fiji's 14. And then
after that is China.
Yep.
And then I think I've got it from here.
Hero versus villains.
Oh, Micronesia, which is the first fans versus favorites.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, 17. Gabon.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tocantins.
Mm-hmm.
And then Samoa. Heroes versus villains. Nicaragua. Redemption
Underrated
Island.
Season.
Nicaragua, yes. Redemption Island, no.
No. 23. What is 23? 23.
South Pacific.
Okay, yeah. I haven't seen that season, so that makes sense.
Oh man, I think you of all people would love and hate that season.
I think so
in
too.
Equal measure.
It would stick
but then
with
it's
me,
your one of your favorite seasons.
One World.
Yes.
I do love
and then
One
my
World.
favorite season, Philippines.
And then
Caramoan.
Yeah, Caramoan. And then after that is Blood versus Water. Cagayan. San Juan del Sur.
Yep.
Worlds Apart.
Yep.
Cambodia,
Yep.
Go Wrong,
Yep.
Millennials versus Gen X, Game
Yep.
Changers, Heroes
Yep.
versus Healers versus Hustlers,
Yep.
Ghost Island, that
Ugh.
shit. David versus Goliath.
Amazing.
That's when we started
Edge of
covering it.
Extinction. Yeah.
Yep.
Edge of Extinction, Islands of the Idol, that shit too. And then Winners at War. There we go.
Yes. And then 41.
Almost got it right.
42.
Wait, 43, 44, 45, and
And
46.
now we're at 46. Yeah.
Yes. 46 does come after 45. There we go. See? We could have done it. Beat you, Hunter.
Allison, stop helping.
I mean, Allison, could you like sit down and just rest for a second?
Take a load off. I went to Thailand once.
Just
What's
like, all right,
burrito?
one person from the My Weekly Meltdown tribe sitting out for this challenge, and we're like,
Could
oh,
you
Allison,
imagine?
I can do it. Shut up.
Just like, it can't be Allison.
I say,
You
I'll
should
do it.
again.
Tyler's hand comes up to say no, and you actually slap the shit out of me, and I go flying. Like, no, I'm sorry.
Sorry about it. Yeah.
Not you again.
Oh
Peter
my
knows.
God.
Listen, but if there's like
For
a
a
fly
while.
swatter immunity challenge, like I'll gladly sit out and let you take the reins, Allison. Deal?
Fine.
What do you like? What is a challenge that you all think that we could individually do really well? Like, what is the challenge you think on Survivor you could do the best?
I can be the person who sits out.
Does it have to be
You're the
like a-
Sandra, the Sandra, the Claire.
I would do well with that one that Colby did back in Australia, where he holds the bar with like the sandbags hanging, like just like holding like a bar weight. I think I would do very well at that, or anything holding like almost in like a deadlift position, the like holding like a lot of weight for a period of time. I'm probably one of those. Nothing with speed.
I would do really well with things that require diving down and getting stuff because I can dive really deep and I'm a really good swimmer. I'm really
That's
fast.
good at going down.
I'm really good at going down. And I can hold my breath for a while. So when I go down, I can get like
you
the
just got
job
like super
done.
close to them.
And if she swallows some water, it's okay. She can keep going.
I'm really good at swallowing the water. And coming really quickly. So and then I'm good at
Are we
that.
sure
but
we're not labeled for kids?
I'm
making
also
sure.
Almost like Deb was here.
Deb,
Oh,
you know
Deb.
what? I gotta say, Deb, if you're ever watching this, I frequently think about the moment when you had that giant marshmallow and your cat just came from the side of the screen and just like she's literally shows a marshmallow. She goes, like this, and that fucking cat literally just enters the screen like she's like,
starts with,
and it just like.
licking it.
But there was no cat beforehand. It's not like we knew there was a cat there beforehand. And also she just goes, and that cat entered screen from the side profile, just was like, all right, here we go. And that to me is one of the funniest moments of all time.
I'll tell you, cats don't need an introduction. They just show up. I sent y'all that video this morning, them coming down. That's literally every gosh damn day. I'm being led by 4 cats who think, I don't know where the kitchen is. I don't know where the wet cat food is. I don't know where anything is when I get up in the morning. And they fly out of it just anywhere, out of nowhere.
It's so funny. But the challenge I really actually know that I do really well at is the one where they have to balance on the water on that thing that's kind of like a triangle like this. And they have your feet down here. Then you have to move them up here, then up at the top. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know I probably don't look like somebody who has really good balance, but I actually can keep balance pretty well, especially on water. Every summer, I love like paddleboarding and that kind of thing. And like, I very rarely fall even like with like waves and like currents and such. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I could do the cage underwater. You know, when the waves come up and they got to hold
Last
on?
gasp. Yeah.
I could do that. I know I could do that.
I could do that one too.
I'm small and my face is just small enough where I could probably edge it a little bit more
Mhm.
between the bars.
I could totally see that. Allison.
Counterpoint. Okay, this is where I'm gonna say, actually, no, my body's better for it. I don't mean it like that, but when you have a lot of fat on your body, fat floats, muscle sinks, and
Didn't
bones...
Carla not like talking about Carla in like a negative way?
No,
But, like,
I know what you're
it
saying, but
certainly
that's what I
helped her and
said.
Owen.
It helped her.
Yeah.
And there's enough of a space that when the tide is low, your arms might get tired if your body isn't like more buoyant. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
It does.
But that said, when the water comes up, I think your abs. But I'm only talking about in the very beginning. When the current goes up, you got that on lock.
Allison's got that core strength, baby.
But I don't dive. I doggy paddle. I'm not a fast swimmer. I'm not gonna. I could do a balance beam really good. I could do a balance beam really good. Stuff like that. But I'm not like.
I could throw I could throw balls and such. Up
I bet
onto
you
little
can.
Platforms. Been known to throw a ball or two.
Anyway, on tonight's episode, Survivor 46, episode 6,
5.
right? Yeah,
5.
Jamila.
Jamila. Yep.
Jamila
Yep.
went home with an idol in her pocket after making everyone dig in the sand like they were cats.
And the tea
Digging in
for
a
that
little.
is one of the past
Allison,
seasons.
you're gonna enjoy this.
I don't know if you
Go
saw
ahead,
this
Beth.
or not, but one of the past seasons, and I can't remember who it was.
Carla.
Carla, that's right. Carla tweeted out, she was like, I hate to tell you this, Sigma, but that exact tree that you guys are digging under is where we all shat on our season. So
that's why there were so many ants.
There's so many ants down there because that's where all of their shit was from 2 years ago. Also, are we not going to talk about the most important moment of the episode? And I can't believe Allison didn't mention this in the chat, let alone already at this point. The number one topic was the fact that they all get up and take aqua dumps. And then Mariah had to say, for the record, that's the one thing we actually don't do together. We don't like go out into the ocean and take our aqua dumps together. But we all take turns doing aqua dumps at the same time.
When did this happen?
This was in Tribal.
The Tribal. Remember when they were all like, "Oh my god, we do everything together," and then she's like, "Except aqua dump." Like we actually don't do that.
They're like, we get up, we do our aqua dumps, and like Jeff laughs, and she goes. And Mariah cuts in and goes, for the record, we don't do the aqua dumps together as a group. We're not that crazy, but what we take turns doing them at the same time of day.
You guys have to understand. I turned this episode on and Ben was talking about, have you ever lived in a van eating Taco Bell? And I was like, what? I didn't know what he was talking about. And I was like, do I even want, I started to rewind and I was like, this is what I'm rewinding. As I'm rewinding, I'm like, this shit's not happening. So I just started fast forwarding, trying to catch up.
I'm telling you.
Everyone, I must have gone to the bathroom to take my little aqua dump. Normally I can hear tribal council before I leave myself before the show starts. And
it was
didn't hear it.
Isn't that great?
My
Everybody who's listening and watching, don't you feel closer to Allison knowing what her bathroom habits are right before the show when you listen in? I feel closer to you.
Well, most of the time I just TT. Because you know I'm this freaking bladder the size of a squirrel.
That dog don't TT.
That dog don't TT. That Chihuahua don't whiz. Okay.
That Chihuahua don't whiz. Can we agree that Chihuahuas aren't dogs?
Yes.
Yes, we agree with that.
Okay, there we go.
For sure.
That dog ain't a dog.
So
that dog tail ain't wagging in the right direction.
That dog don't dog.
That dog
ain't sniffing what you think.
Bitch, why aren't we a larger podcast? Look at us. We're so serious with this coverage.
Covered 2 minutes of the actual episode.
Well, this is what I actually think makes more sense for us. We get on here, we talk our shit, literally.
Are we merging next week? Is that what's
think so.
happening? Okay.
I
Alright,
think
cool,
so.
cool,
It'll
cool.
be. I don't know if that means 2 people are going home next week or not, like they did last season, where one person was the last pre-juror and one person was the first juror.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But I'm not sure if they're doing that or not.
I love
Are we
that
expecting any
the
like
tribe.
mergatory like shenanigans or anything? Sorry to
What do
interrupt
you
you.
think about the tribe? Who's the tribe with the 3 people that finally won immunity?
Yanu.
How excited were they about the merge when you guys? There's only 3 of you. Who do you think's
I think they were
going?
more excited to get like food. Like croissants and like fruit and stuff. I think that's a pretty
Chocolate
good reward to
muffin?
win.
I'm
I'm
gonna tell you right now, though. You say that, Allison, but the Tika 3 were in the same situation and they made it to Final Four.
I do not have the same faith.
A totally different group of people. The only person I right now is you. That's it.
Let's take this back, shall we? Are we trying to say that we don't think Kenzie, Tiffany, and Q are strategic, strong, or social?
Yes.
On paper, those 3 are way stronger than Carolyn, Jam, and Carson.
We got to get rid of Kenzie.
Nope. I'm stamping this theory with a big red X right now. The tone in their edit is totally different than the Tika 3. Like we saw Carson, Jam, and Carolyn as like heroes of the season even before like heading into the merge. Like we have been led to really not care for this group of people.
No, we don't.
You know what I mean?
What they did
is completely differently. I've been rooting
fake
for
idols
them.
and shit, and being ridiculous about it.
I've been rooting for Q and Tiffany and
I love Q though.
Kenzie.
He's from Memphis. Why shouldn't I?
Well, Kenzie's a Leo, so I like her for that. No, but like seriously, I think that what I think is interesting about this group is like there's not many people I'm like throwing my support behind, and maybe it's because of the inequitable amount of time that's been edited for Yanu versus everybody else. I think that's why we're led to see that way, because we've seen them at their lowest. We've seen them when they've been high in power. We've seen them when they've had power struggles. We've seen them lose over and over and get a brief. So I can't help but be invested in them. I think that Tiffany has the chance to go super far. I could see Q go, especially we didn't talk about this yet, but Q, Tim, Hunter creating a strength alliance and having a good sense, like the cookout strategy, so to say, from Big Brother.
It was basically like the brigade.
Yeah.
Like that blueprint of alliance of like the like mask bros like banding together, having like a +1 that's like an ears on like the outside or whatever. So like I hope that's not where the season goes though, because that is.
But what I think is going to happen is we're going to see Q versus Kenzie. Tiffany's going to be caught in the middle at this very beginning, because Q's going to want to flip over to these 2 guys that he just wanted. He's going to want to bring Tiffany. They alluded to it with Tiffany in this episode, where she's like, "If we go to tribal, I know that Q's going to be looking at me voting out Kenzie, and Kenzie's going to be looking at me voting out Q." So I really think, like, I'm not saying that I actually think that they're going all the way to the Final Four. I'm saying, though, that, like, it's not an impossibility. And I would say, like, on paper, they work more cohesively together than Jam ever did with Carolyn. Or Carolyn and Carson were pretty lockstep with each other. And Carson and Jam had moments of being in lockstep with each other. And then they all inevitably always kind of had each other's back. But these 3 are much more... Allison, I'm dying. That is amazing. There's a possibility.
I'm sorry. Every time you say that, I have to spin at least one time.
You know what? It makes me sad because Tyler and I almost went to the Alamo Draft House to watch New Moon, and he could have been introduced to that.
That is like, if I had to pick one moment besides the fake baby and all of Twilight.
That's it. That's the best moment.
The best moment is the season's changing.
And she's just sitting with her knees up to her chest and looking at the window, and the camera spins around her as the calendar changes. And it's Tyler, it's the most absolutely beautiful cinematic moment you've ever seen in your life. Like, it touches your heart. It makes you just think.
No, it doesn't.
Allison, I'm being very, very sarcastic.
She's in the same outfit. She smells terrible.
okay, as somebody, no, I'm just kidding. No, but like my neighbor and friend, Leo, and I used to absolutely do that all the time. There's a possibility. Tyler, if that is playing, we gotta go. I'm sorry, you skip
Yeah,
a
Beth
wedding
was
or
like-
whatever.
Yeah, Allison, Beth was like, do you want to see a movie on Sunday? And I was like, there's either Dune 2 or for some reason Twilight New Moon is playing.
Oh God! As much as I want to see Dune 2,
You got-
go see New Moon.
Okay, for
Just that one part.
for the background, Tyler has only seen the last Twilight movie, and the best moment of this is that Tyler, as soon as it was over, literally turned to us and went, "That fucks up women." It's true. It's
Tyler's
true.
sitting there going, "This is such a toxic, abusive like he's analyzing the
All the
relationship."
correct things about
Yes.
it, but we're sitting there dying because it's like, yeah, we know that, but also it's
I felt so bad
bad
for her poor father, who
Right?
like
Charlie's the
this
best.
like, no, Dad, you don't understand. I have to like go like frolic in the forest for the rest of my days, and you need to accept that. Like it's the same flavor as like a cult. Like that's literally what it is.
It
It's a cult.
It is a cult.
And she's
a
like
pro-life cult.
gaslighting him that like, no, this is the way of life that's been chosen for me, or like whatever the fuck. And then
Stephanie
like something
Meyer's
about like
very
imprinting
pro-life.
on a
Yes.
ugh, God, it's
Okay,
it was-
time out.
Putting on a baby
Wait, time
was-
out.
Oh baby.
or baby.
And then she goes, "You named my daughter after the Loch Ness monster."
Leslie, bless you.
Oh my god. Oh wait. Time out. Have you guys seen the Titus Burgess reel/TikTok? He has like a whole TikTok page on his Instagram where when he's in between acts for a show, he'll get on and just say whatever he's thinking about. Have you guys seen what he said about
No.
Twilight? I don't know if it's even. I think it might be worth just sending it to you guys afterwards. I don't want to spoil it because it's so much better just listening. It is phenomenal. Out there, everybody, you got to find Titus Burgess talking about Twilight.
The thing
Twilight.
is
Amazing.
about Twilight is like if you haven't seen it by now, dude's like almost 20 years old. But here's the thing: like he injects his venom into her. And it's like, where'd that venom come from? Like they never explain where this silvery goop came from. That's what it was.
There's a possibility.
Wait.
I'm now looking for the.
There's a possibility.
I know I sent it to my friend Samantha a long time ago, so I'm literally going back and forth so I could find it and send it to y'all.
Okay.
It's so good. Anything else about this episode that we think is important to talk about?
Who's the Taylor Swift fan that was in the trial?
Charlie.
I like Charlie from the
Okay.
show, not Twilight.
I love Charlie and Twilight.
Well, I do too, but I mean, I'm just talking about just coincidental that we were talking about it.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I thought that does your thing say 1 million farts?
Yeah, it has for a couple of weeks too, Allison.
It takes a while to get through 1 million of them.
Oh god.
Here's our draft. So Allison, you lost your third person.
God.
How does it feel to be a Yanu? Oh, I mean a loser.
I don't know.
That was
It feels like a
incredible.
spoiler.
That was a great Jeff moment, by the way. Like
You know,
that was
people have
good.
been saying they want villains and they want sassy Jeff, and we are starting to see a little bit of both. They're not anywhere near what we had in the past, but I would
Listen,
say
if Sassy Jeff is
Sassy
a
Jeff-
gateway drug to villains again on the show.
I'm here for it. I'm here for
I'm here
it.
for
I
it.
love
Do
sassy
it.
Jeff.
Yeah, it was
Sassy
funny.
Jeff.
You know what it is? He stopped dyeing his hair jet black, so he doesn't look weird anymore. It looks natural. It looks really good. I like sassy Jeff. I like Ben. Like Ben is growing on me. Like like the whole thing.
I really do not like Ben.
I wanted him to go home so bad tonight. I
don't
found
know
him!
what-
Sorry.
I don't know what it is about him, but like he just seems so like untrustworthy to me. Like I don't know. He feels like a scammy
Is
artist.
it the overalls? Is it the overall? Is it the
Maybe.
overalls from
Yeah.
1990?
No, you know what? I'm gonna say it because I think it's both one of his best physical features, but it also is just something. There's something about it. He has really intense eyes.
Big green eyes. Yeah.
They're like this beautiful aquamarine green, like but they also have a like little hazel tints in them, and it makes him look very intense sometimes, but like in a weird way. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean that because I think his eyes are beautiful, but they're also like, whoa. I did send that that thing to you both in Instagram. So if you're looking for it later, it's an Instagram.
I keep forgetting Instagram has a DM until I get in trouble on Facebook.
Until you get onto Instagram, and then you see that I've sent you 6,000 reels.
I'm like, damn it! I can't get on Facebook now. I gotta get on Instagram.
That's it for like episode talk. I think I don't like. There's
Yeah.
nothing else to really.
There was a lot
go
of digging
over.
around. Like they were pissed because of, well, we think somebody got this already, and we're sitting here Did they ever figure out who they thought it really was that had it? Did they think it was Jamila?
Tim called her out on it.
So here was my thing. Going into this episode, I thought Tim was going home tonight
I thought
because
so
he
too.
was so under edited as somebody who he had like negligible things to add to conversations or camera moments. Like there wasn't ever anything that showed me that he plays a significant role. And I figured whoever would be the first person, if Yanu did win immunity, I figured that Siga would probably be the one that would have to. I almost said Sigma. I think I have said Sigma multiple times, and I meant Siga. Sigma is an Overwatch character.
Sigma's also an intern.
I noticed you say that earlier, but I didn't say anything.
But Siga, and so I figured of all the people on Siga, he's been the most under-edited one. And I was like, I feel like episode 5 is when they kind of just go, and here's somebody that like meh. And so I just figured he would be next. And so when Jem was the one that went, gag, oh, Jojo,
This is my baby. This is my baby. Yeah. Look how big.
He's so big.
Apparently Ben and Kenzie had some fire quotes tonight, so maybe they go to fire making.
Ooh,
You know, they love that foreshadow. Something to look out for. They had some quotes about like fire. It's not as obvious as the fire in Carson's like glasses.
And then every single shot of him talking over him would always just be like him in the background with the fire in focus, and then it shifts to him in focus, like stuff like that. Who do you guys? Well, okay, so Tyler and I were thinking Jem could be a winner for the season either today or last week, and that kind of thing. Clearly,
that's not
the
the
case.
Up again while we're listening.
So, who do we think stands the best chance right now of going to the end and winning?
Hunter. I don't know. Something about Hunter tonight really stuck out to me.
Hunter's the golden boy this season.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like,
Hunter,
unproblematic golden boy. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Ben's gonna make. I think don't sleep on Ben.
I think that someone like I feel like Venus goes really far because she's been edited like the underdog who has a lot of like spunk and tenacity, right? And so I'm interested to see what happens when she merges with other people. I could also see Charlie going really far. We check in with him a lot.
Venus and sorry to interrupt you, Beth. I think I think they're setting up Venus and Hunter to be the like merge boot potentials, and like it coming down to either of them, because we saw in the trailer Q was like, Venus is running around talking to everybody. Like I think it like that could be the matchup like for if they do merge next week. And if that's the case, like I find it hard to believe that Venus comes out of that on top.
Is it a merge though, or is it a swap?
I don't know.
I don't know. I would imagine it's a merge, but it could be that merge where like they split them up into 2 teams and one team goes to tribal and the other team doesn't, and they get
Yeah.
like the merge buffet. But I think Maria has a really sneaky edit that could bring her to the final 3. But when I think winner, I think Tiffany has one of the best edits. They check in with her and her camera angles, not just because she's been on Yanu, but she's in the best position of the ones of that 3. Q has tried to make an alliance, but anytime that you're a big, strong guy, and they see that other big strong guys are together, only one of y'all can win immunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he goes, and I think they would get rid of him over that. I look at some of these women and I see people who would want to keep women over men, and so I think someone like Tiffany would go farther than Q. I could see Kenzie going farther too. I don't know. I really think Q is going to be one of the first 2 in the merge to go. I don't see him going very far. I think Tevin could go really far too.
Which one's Tevin?
I don't know, y'all. I'm stumped.
But I kind of like this. I kind of like that we don't know, because it.
Of course, especially after like last
good.
season where like it was very obvious that D was the winner.
Yeah.
Like all the stars it was like a Kim Spradlin type of season, right?
For sure.
So we're getting like just like the big question mark this season, and I don't know, the best seasons in my opinion are one, like as exciting as it is to see somebody playing such a dominant game, especially when it's like a woman, right? To have like a feeling of almost a totally even playing field is really exciting. Like that's why I really liked this season of Australian Survivor. Like it was, I had no idea how it was going to turn out, because like everybody was on the same playing field, and I kind of feel that way this season. Like of course, like Hunter is getting like this like amazing edit, and Venus too. Honestly, like even though she's in a bad position, like it's very much so like the underdog edit heroism that like I don't feel from the Yanu 3 this time.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Sam in the chat, the only person in the chat. Thank you, Sam, for watching tonight. Wait, I just realized we're going to have Liz and Mariah on the same beach. We're not going to be able to tell who's who.
Also add Kenzie into that.
Yeah,
I know. I think Kenzie's going to link up with them.
Sisters. Yeah,
totally.
This is what I'm saying. I really do think that Venus is going to connect really well with Tiffany and Kenzie. I think that the 3 of them, I think Liz would jump on board with them. I think Mariah and Maria, which I also hate that on the same tribe we have Mariah and Maria, whatever. They both wanted to go women strong. Now Maria, I mean, voted against Jem tonight because she knew that's where the numbers were going to be. But I think she's smart enough to go with whatever makes the most sense for her. And I wouldn't be shocked if we see a women's alliance for at least a couple of votes.
That'd be cool, especially since like we're seeing like the guys trying to do that first, right? Like we got this like big segment of like the bro down at the summit or whatever. So it would be really exciting that like they're the ones doing all this planning first, but then the girls that merge like get their shit
also,
together.
In a season where all of us in the preseason were like, yeah, a guy's totally winning this season. How fucking awesome would it be if we were like these women who we didn't maybe have as much faith in comparatively?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like come out of the woodwork. I think it would be so fucking cool.
Well, there's 6 guys and 7 women left, if I could still count. So, the girls could.
Well, I could see Charlie and Tevin, like those two,
working with the women,
writing on the wall with like the guys like really broing out.
Tevin?
And
the one
that's my second pick.
The dreadlock is that the okay?
Yeah, the 2 with the the one with the braids. I mean, yeah.
But and then like especially Maria can be like, listen, like I voted out Jem like this last round. Like, will you come with me this time, Charlie? And let's like so. With all that being said, maybe Hunter is the merge group. Maybe Venus. Maybe it is still a Hunter Venus matchup, and Hunter goes with the merge.
I'm saying that. I think Hunter has been edited like the golden boy so that it's shocking when he goes. Whereas I don't think
Yeah, I
anyone's
see.
going to be shocked when Venus goes. And this season has been all about, and I would say the new era in general, but I feel like they're really trying to hit their stride right now, which is how can we as production make things shocking that happen in the game so we can do certain edits and such. My read for Hunter is that if he's not one of the first two boots in the merge, he goes to the end, but I don't see him go to the end at all.
Yeah, and we certainly learned that lesson tonight as a viewer with Jem going. Like I said at the beginning of the show, like I was very, very blindsided as an audience seeing Jem go. I really thought that this was her like winner's edit intro episode. I had that like written down on my notes. So I don't know, I was just very surprised. In a good way. It's fun to be surprised. Doesn't happen much these days on Survivor for me. So but like I said last week we came in here and I was like, I hope like now that Banu's gone, like we can just like move on to like the next like phase of the game this season, and hopefully it picks up in a better direction. And I'm hopeful after this episode. I thought this episode was really good. So we'll see.
I'm going to say something potentially very mean, and I don't mean it to be mean at all, because I think that probably IRL and like as a person, Banu is amazing. Banu ruined this season.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a meltdown that guy. I mean, I felt like it made me feel uncomfortable. Like I felt so bad for him. Like when he was begging last week, just I felt like can we not show this kind of behavior? Like I felt really bad. Like I felt like
I felt like production was exploiting a little bit of crazy.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm not shitting on him at all, but I felt like there comes a time when you've got to make a decision on what to edit out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like the past like 3 episodes were the Banu show, and without much of a good payoff for it, and it felt very exploitative. I agree with that, Tyler. And I know that we talked a little bit about that last week, but I agree that the pacing of this, it's like we had to get rid of Banu so that the game could begin. And I don't know. I'm excited to see.
Oh my God, can you imagine if he'd been there and they won? He would have passed the fuck out.
Thank you, Lord. Now medevac somebody else in the game that I will pray for the gods for.
Please. Who else can go? Who looks peaked? Hey, Sam's got it. What is this? Hey, what do y'all think about the new way Hunter's going to be able to get his idol? Is going to be? What happened?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, he can. What?
What do y'all think the new way Hunter is going to be able to get his idol is going to be? I'm not sure.
Is there a new way he's going to be able to obtain?
I'll be honest, I'm not keeping up with the advantages.
So I know what Sam's saying. So Hunter got the beware advantage, right? And so when you go to tribal, it's when that goes live. I think that he'll probably get a notification that literally tells him where to check to get a clue. I think that that's pretty obvious, or they will literally just give him an idol in his bag or something like that because he made it to the merge without losing a vote. I don't know. I think that they'll probably do something where like it's not the first time where they've given clues to people in their bags or idols in people's bags. Remember with like the fire tokens and all that stuff, like production has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
We have cat ASMR.
I'm sorry. We have ASMR. I just want everyone to see how naughty you can be. Because everybody's like, oh, Judge, you're so naughty. You're such a naughty boy.
You're just such a naughty boy.
What? Oh no, I made it the background instead. He's old.
Beth is right in the middle of them legs, too.
She was giving birth to me. I was sticking out like, hey! This is so dark, too. So just...
Yeah.
Wait, make it the background again.
You are like right there, Beth.
I know.
It plays like perfectly.
Wait, hold it. It's like if
Oh my God.
It's a possibility.
Oh. Hello? Help me! Help!
Our podcast only listeners are gonna be like, "What is happening?"
Yes, please check out the YouTube video this week, unless you're under the age of 18, in which case, please don't check out the YouTube video.
We don't have much to work with this week. Okay, I'm sorry. The commercial for The Amazing Race I found very intriguing of the guy
I
that
know
wouldn't go
somebody
down
who's
the
on The
hill.
Amazing Race this season.
Did you see the couple
Oh,
where
yeah.
the husband was refusing to go down the hill?
You know what?
I
I
thought that was
live for that.
hilarious.
I'll live for that.
I did too. I was like, I need to start
Allison,
watching
how do you
these.
think you and Chris would do on The Amazing Race?
Oh my God. Chris would make it up those steps in the first place.
Who would quit first?
I would make it up the steps. He would almost die. He would have no problem getting down.
I, more than Survivor, more than Big Brother, more than anything in the world, I want Allison and Chris on Amazing Race. He'd be
Can you
like,
imagine the intro
Phil
clip?
Kogan would literally be like, everybody here, are you ready? Get set. Go. And they would be running to where the first clue is. And Alice would be like, I'm not doing that.
Yep.
Chris is like
Carry me.
so sneaky and like he's so good at being just sneaky and stealth like and stuff. Like I think he would do a really good job like on The Amazing Race. I just think that we need to get in better shape if we're going to try to do something like that because he ran up the stairs before he went out of town and I thought he was going to have to call 911.
Oh my God. I swear though, I would die if it's like, all right, which one of you, Chris or Allison, will be bungee jumping? Like that to me.
Allison would be like, Chris.
Chris would be like, she doing it. I can't.
Chris would be like, can I just throw her off the cliff? I'll do that.
Have you seen how small I am? How's that bungee thing gonna work out? I mean, I'm not just gonna go down like everybody. I'm gonna be like,
you're gonna go down and because there's no weight on it, you're just gonna swing and not bounce back up at all.
I'm hitting the side of the bridge. I'm everywhere. I'm straight.
Oh God.
I'm pissing myself and it's coming up in my own face.
Oh my God.
The poor people below.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
They did that on a Teen Mom vacation. They had to bungee jump.
Were they pregnant?
No, this was like a Teen Mom family reunion. It's like family vacation, like Jersey Shore. Well, now they take the teen moms who aren't teen moms anymore, and they take them to these fancy resorts and they do activities. Well, they had to bungee jump, and it wasn't like a real bungee jump. They were in Oregon. It was this little bridge. It was just not even. It was like the kind of bungee jumping you do at the freaking fair. It's like it's not even a real bungee jumping, and they were all freaking out about having to do it. Well, this is a trust thing because it's therapy. It was a trust thing.
I don't trust fair shit at all.
Yeah, and it's like
Hell
they were
no.
all freaking out because they had to do it and stuff.
God.
And I'm like, it's not even like you think they're gonna.
I definitely got teen mom confused with 16 and pregnant, and I'm sitting there being like, I can't
Well, that's what spinoff. That's where it came from.
16-year-olds. Oh no, because they were pregnant first, then they became a mom. But in my head, I don't know why that there were pregnant teenagers being forced to bungee jump, which I'm sure they're not allowed to do. And like real life.
Teach them to get pregnant again, won't it? You could have been doing this, but no, you let him bungee jump in your vagina with his wiener.
Oh my God.
Boy.
And it didn't bungee all the way out. Now did it?
Wait, speaking of Jersey Shore, isn't Ronnie supposed to be coming back soon? And it's like the first time that all of them are together. Has that happened yet?
Seeing the advertisement for this,
Hasn't
and I've
happened yet.
yet to see the episode.
Okay, I want to bring
Yeah.
you into what MTV does with Jersey Shore. Okay. This will be dropping in June, but we're going to put it on every other commercial on
Oh my
MTV.com
God.
and Paramount Plus starting in February. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of shit they do all the time for Jersey Shore in particular. It's like, guys, we just filmed this 5 minutes ago. Let's make a trailer out of it. And then it's not going to air for 6 months, though. And it's like,
Yeah.
I have a new favorite Jersey Shore episode. I've had many, but
Oh,
my
God.
favorite was last year when they faked the alien invasion.
Oh,
and
that was
Dina and Snooki were drunk off red wine, and they're walking around like, "I gotta go. I want to get out."
That's a good impression.
That is how
You sound
they
just
are.
like Dina.
And they're both like they're like, I think I'm taller than them, and they're shuffling
Yeah.
around in their high heels, talking about, I gotta go, I gotta get back to my let me talk on the phone, and this. I just love the prank wars. They're
so
funny.
good.
Yeah.
That was because they had like a laser light show. They had like production actually had to stop Dana from walking. She had her suitcase. The bitch was gone. She had her bottle of wine. It's so funny. It doesn't matter the situation. They're gonna die. We're leaving the house with the Merlot.
The
I
Merlot.
did grab the wine on the way out. That was so funny.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait till their kids grow up and they're all in the Jersey house.
Jersey Shore, like the next
That was
generation.
only what, 5 years? Yeah. It was fun.
All right. Anything else before we wrap up? We still have Holly as the background.
Sorry.
That's been
Wait a minute.
my meltdown.
Who's Beth? What a random question.
Wait. Ready?
Hello.
It looks
Oh,
better.
because of the spot. Look,
Yeah.
when I do this,
Yeah.
I step back.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Whoop.
Hello. Oh, I'm getting sucked back in. Ah!
The air. I can't breathe.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Don't go
You
anywhere.
sound like Fran Drescher.
Wait, don't.
Hold on, Mr. Sheffield.
Okay, get sucked back in.
Ready?
Now I can come back out. Action.
Beth, your neighbors are probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Somebody who just tuned into the show.
If you were watching, Sam, would you please clip this on YouTube?
It's gonna be tomorrow. I'll put it up tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
On
All
that
right.
note,
Let's wrap up. I want to tell Allison.
coming to
offline
you
about
live from Holly's
recap story.
vagina.
The
It's
new
me,
era.
Beth.
All right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you when we see you. Bye.